Fly, fly, get on, go back, go back, go back. Go on, here, to me. Good dogs. Yes, hello, yes. I am Will Benson and I farm at Townhead in Grasmere. I farmed here for the past 9 years. Lots of bracken and rock. It's a hard upland hill farm. Farm 500 Herdwick ewes plus followers, and very traditionally all my Herdwicks lamb down at 3-year-old, not like other breeds that can have a lamb in the first year. We traditionally farm them on the Lakeland Fells where Herdwick should be, and I sell them direct to local butchers and high-end hotels, but I sell them as hogget, not lamb. Hogget is it's a sheep that's over a year old. You're only allowed to sell lamb as lamb before it comes to 12 months of age, and hogget is just kept that little bit longer. Herdwicks are slow maturing. They get much more developed and rounded, and the flavour's a lot better. Well, my father farmed in Great Langdale. I have a brother who's taken on that farm. I farm here with my family. My son's here helping me clip sheep. It helps me gather, very useful. I'm very interested. The farm has rights for 40 head of cows and 1,000 head of ewes on Grasmere Common. The sheep are hefted to the common, which means that the daughters are kept as replacements, and they learn where they live from the mothers, and they learn the practice of gathering and know where they're going. On the common, it's not just our stock of sheep, there's several stocks of sheep in the area, and you have to be savvy enough to realise when you're gathering sheep, you only want to get a limited number of your neighbours. Otherwise, you're gathering sheep the wrong way, or the sheep are going to learn to come down your heft. All of it is quite technical. You could soon get it wrong and mess up a heft. I'm restricted on my farm to 500 ewes because it's a tenanted farm from the National Trust. They restricted me to half, and you have to be careful that you get them in, and the welfare, get them shorn, treat them for parasites, give them trace elements, and look after them. There's a lot of pride in trying to do the best you can for your stock. Shearing the sheep, I'm not a massive professional. Some of these professionals can clip sheep in 30 seconds, and I just try to get the wool off them tidy, make them look as good as possible and as fast as possible. I have my routine that I do, and I just generally just disengage my brain and just get on with it until the job's done. I wouldn't say it's therapeutic because it's quite a strenuous job, but there's a lot of self-satisfaction when you get all the wool off, you get the sheep marked up again and dozed and back on the common where they should be. And flies can't get at them, and they thrive. As soon as they get these jackets off, hot sunny days, it does them no good to keep the fleeces. And in the winter, if they didn't have this shorn off, the fleece would be matted and it wouldn't turn the weather the same. So a new fleece that grows has time to grow it for the following winter, and it'll be a good fleece. If we can't make a living in this area, we'll be gone, and to maintain it all will cost an absolute fortune, and you have to have someone with the drive and the motivation to want to do it. And the stocks of sheep are absolutely priceless because they're bred from generations on these hefts, and they know where they live, and they're used to the ticks, and they're as hard as the hills. And if you let it all mothball, and I would dread to think what the cost would be to put it all back into practice, but if people don't want it, you know, I guess you can just have a big forest and bramble patch and gaps.
I would like to live here, but the price of housing is quite high, isn't it? Even though I would like to farm, I think it's going to become more of a hobby, really.
A lot of the farms are now supposed to be part-time farms, and they're not, because it's like anything else. You only get back what you put in, and if you're not here for your livestock or here to maintain your walls and your fences, it all falls to bits. And it's all very well these places supposed to be part-time and everything, but you've got to run and you've got to make it work. If you work off to supplement your income, the more work you get coming towards you that's off farm, as soon as you turn around and look at your farm needs attention, and you've got to spend a lot of time on the farm as well to hold it together and make sure the animals are getting what they need and the landscape's getting managed.
So what's going to happen when Jack leaves and you're on your own here?
I'll just get on with it and I'll do it. You know, if Jack wants to farm in the Lake District, he's more than qualified at 15. He's got the building blocks already and the drive to do it. I know he'll make a very good farmer, and I know he's got the interest in it, and we're the people on the ground that have got to make it work, and it's not easy. Common land's a good thing. It's what's made the Lake District what it is in several different upland areas. There's been hundreds, if probably thousands of years of livestock grazing on these areas, and it's not just traditional, it's shaped a landscape that people love when they come and visit, and there's a massive amount of heritage with that.